Surprise! Out of nowhere, we get a PV drop from Mushoku Tensei Season 2. We get a key art drop for it. I think a bunch of stuff that apparently, according to some people, was not supposed to come out yet, but whatever, it's here, so I'm going to look at it. I'm going to talk about it. But yes, I wanted to get on here really quickly and give my thoughts on everything. First of all, yes, obviously, new key art. Looks fantastic. I love the colors. It's very much so. Yes, it's a labyrinth kind of color. It's got the mana gems and everything like that. Very much so, like a blue color to it. I think it's great. I think it looks lush. The characters' poses themselves is fantastic. I think overall, the key art's amazing. I think this is easily one of my favorite key arts of the series so far. It just has so much dynamic to it and everything. Again, I love the colors, but yeah. With that said, let's push that aside. We got some important stuff to get into, which is the PV. Now, I'm going to say, yes, this is going to be from a perspective of somebody that has read to the volume 19 of the series, so I'm going to go full-on spoilers here. I have read what this is going to be getting into, and I want to talk about it. So if you're an anime only, I apologize. I'm going to want to look through this and really talk about it based on a novel reader. So I'm going to spoil everything. So if you are anime only, this isn't the video for you. Go check out the PV if you want to. I don't suggest it just because it does, again, tell you what is going to come up. And a lot of that stuff is question marks at times where it's like, do I do this or should I not do this? And so watching the PV tells you everything. But if you watch the OP, you're probably not going to get much more context. If you watch the OP already, go ahead and watch it. It's fine. But anyways, your warning aside, I'm diving into it. Peace out. Anyways, first shot, of course, we get Rudius seeing the letter. Now, again, this is from Geese, and he's obviously very short with his words, saying, get over here. We need you. Which, again, I joked about before, similar to Edis. Very, very simple and obscure about exactly what he wants. But anyways, moving on. Again, here we show Rudius is kind of struggling whether he wants to go or not. Again, that was kind of the bummer that I had with them doing the OP and everything, which is, it pretty much tells you that he's going to go. So even having him conflicted doesn't make any sense after you've seen it, but it is what it is. Obviously telling Sylphie he's going to be okay, moving on from that. And then yes, the Teleportation Ruins. Coming out of the Teleportation Ruins with Elise, so amazing. I'm so excited to see Elise alongside him going through Begaret. I hope they actually have like all the stuff with the warriors and stuff like that and Elise protecting him. I don't know, they didn't see anything in this entire... I don't remember seeing anything in this PV that showed that they go through that whole process. But then again, they have a lot of content to kind of condense into a PV. But I was expecting this to be a lot bigger. I was actually expecting this to be a lot bigger. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, it does have me kind of wondering if when they get to the Begaret continent, is it going to skip the succubus right here? They might show the succubus later. But I wonder if the first initial run-in with the succubus, I wonder if they're going to skip that. Like have them, they teleport, they come out here, and they immediately head out. I'm kind of questioning it, just because of that shot right there. Yes, going through Begaret, getting attacked by the Griffin, Griffin, all that kind of stuff. Really great little shot here. I love this kind of action shot. It looks so good. This looks so good. It looks so good. There's a couple like action shots like this that are just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. LA's coming. I think it's kind of showing where Rudius will kind of distract them, and LA's comes in for that last stab. Really great little shots there. Elise looks great. Some more great action shots. Really fantastic. Now, it does look a little off when it's in stills, but again, I'm trying to prevent from playing the video and getting copyright struck. Then yes, them arriving at the Labyrinth City of Rapon. Now, they already showed us a shot of this before. This looks a lot bigger, but I guess that's based on the fact that the other shot was from inside the town looking up towards it. So it makes sense this looks a lot different. That, again, similar to the OP, that shot, it's what I imagined. I imagined this massive monster that is just walking around the fields. Hopefully they will actually show the actual living monster walking around, because that would be great to get that scale when it's alive as well. But really cool shot here. Again, kind of what I was expecting with the scale of the monster itself. Moving on from there, we have, of course, Paul reuniting with Rudius for the second time. Extremely little emotional moment there. Absolutely love it. I'm probably going to bust into tears again. I'm going to burst out in tears again. Such a great shot. And yeah, I guess it's technically kind of emphasizing that initial impression that Paul has when he sees Rudius. Because technically right here, Paul doesn't even think Rudius is real. He thinks that he's hallucinating or whatever. And they have to pretty much tell him that he's actually there. I think that's kind of what that's implying there. But yeah, he's super happy. Give him a hug. I don't know why, but we jump back to Norn, which I'm happy to see this. They're obviously jumping all over the place so that you don't get a sense of exactly what happens. Again, there's even an impression there that Norn is going to go by herself. So maybe putting this shot here kind of throws you off as to him not letting Norn go, whatever. But I do like this. I do like seeing this here because I think that shot with Norn leaving is fantastic. When I read that part, I lost it, and I'm really happy to see that it's going to be included. That Norn is going to be like, okay, if you're not going to go, I'm going. Like, she literally is packing up and walking out the door, and she gets caught red-handed, and she's like, well, if you're not going to go, I got to go. Like, somebody's got to go. You can do it, but you're not going to do it, so I got to do it. So I'm happy to see that that's actually been included. I'm super happy about that. But yeah, more walking around in Begarit. And yes, we get a quick shot of Zenith. Super sad to see this shot. It's like one of my favorite shots of Zenith. I'm already getting emotional. Yeah, another really fantastic shot from the Volume 1 extra chapter, which is fantastic. And then, yes, we're going right back into Gates of Babylon that apparently the animators are extremely fascinated by. Has anybody else noticed that? Like, they're really fascinated with having Rudius summoning 50 million of something. Like, it's typically usually the cannons, but this time he's using it with ice too. So I don't know what the animators have an obsession with the Gates of Babylon thing. I kind of wish they would stop doing it. It's just like them doing the whole like sniper shot with in the first core of season 2. I don't know why they're taking these liberties to making these goofy little attacks, but it's whatever. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But anyways, yeah, I do like that he's technically is using ice here. They're at least keeping consistent with the light novel and the idea that he's not using earth magic. So that's a good plus there. But really great shot. Obviously, this is the point which we're seeing Paul is upset. So I would assume this is probably right after they went into the boss room for the first time and then come out. He's obviously really ticked off. So cool to see there. And that's when we're going to start getting into a lot of the shots of the... Well, let's not get into that yet. But yes, we see the dragon here. Looks fine. And then the close-up shot of Zenith, which she looks gorgeous, but actually at the same time extremely tragic seeing her in there. I'm like this mixture of like, this looks beautiful, but at the same time, and I'm not happy. Not happy seeing it. But anyways, yeah, we get some... Jump back over to Roxy at this point. Get to see her all dirtied up. I'm glad they actually got the fact that she is obviously dirty because she's been stuck in there for quite a while. Again, she's doing exactly like Rudius and doing volleys of attacks here, which is fine, I guess. Looks a little CGI-ish there, but again, attacking a lot of mobs right here, fighting them off as she's alone. And then at that point, I think even in the trailer right there, she starts to ask for somebody for help. Really close-up shot here. I think it looks gorgeous with the tear. And then we cut straight over to the Hydra again. Now, concern time. It could just be the YouTube video. It could just be the YouTube video. It may be tricking with my eyes here, but this is starting to look like CGI. I was told specifically by a lot of people that it's not CGI. Now, it could be utilizing CGI for the models and they're drawing over it. A lot of the shots actually look like that's the case. It looks like they're actually using like maybe a base of a CGI model and they're drawing over that base. A lot of animators do that. But like especially right there here, this shot, why I think it's CGI is because the Hydra doesn't look like he fits in the shot. The shot itself looks very kind of flat, like a flat drawing, and then the CGI model is set on top of it. But it looks fine. Like, if I was going to get CGI, this would be kind of the style that I would hope for. Something that, again, looks like it's got a great shading on it. It looks like it actually matches the context of the environment itself, just with a little bit of hint of that roundness that the characters in the shot don't have. So, anyways, moving on from that. Paul going in for a strike. Looks really great. Again, very... very much so some amazing little action shots here. Again, this Hydra doesn't look like it matches too well with the scene, but again, I think they're doing well enough with it, more than my expectations. Again, I think because, especially with how much detail is in this, it does kind of show that shininess that doesn't really match the rest of the environment or the characters. And that's why I'm getting with that whole situation. Again, another great action shot with Ellen Lease doing a block of one of the attacks or one of the heads that's coming in. Looks fantastic. She's looking great. Again, a back shot of the Hydras himself with a blast coming in. And then I think this is obviously right here. This shot has to be the realization. Again, massive spoilers here, people. Well, I guess I don't have to technically say, but yes, Rudius right here. I think this is the after where he looks over and he notices what happened. So it's already hitting me because it looks like that stun look. It absolutely looks like that is going to be the stun look that he's going to have. And the shot holds on him so much that it's like, this is going to be it. This is going to be that. And this is definitely the reaction that I was kind of expecting. It's just a what? Like a what moment? Like what just happened kind of thing. So I'm not ready for it. I'm definitely not ready for it. Cutting back to the Hydras, so we're going right back into the battle again. Them kind of building up. This looks like obvious. I think what they're doing here is they're having like a fake out here because he's got that look, and then it cuts over to the breathing. So I think it's going to be after, and then it's cutting back to when they do the fire breath, which this looks fine. I was kind of expecting, when I was imagining it in my head, I was actually expecting more of a back shot. So when it starts to happen, we're going to get a perspective of Rudius over here, and he's going to call them over to him, and they're going to be looking on to the dragon as it builds up, and then it shoots down at them, and then having that wall of flame. But they did a side shot, so it comes down and hits them directly on from the side, and you see that blast going over that direction. So it's fine. It's fine. Again, it's not what's in my head, but it doesn't mean it has to be that way. So yeah. And then we get the final shot here is Rudius running past a whole bunch of flying Hydra heads in his big poofy robe that I guess inflates with air and then gets angry and shoots something. Really cool. Really fantastic. I feel like I was a little bit too negative on the whole possible CGI thing, but again, it looks fine. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to be, so I'll take it. Again, I'm fine with CGI using CGI as a base, but either way, I'm excited for it. Cannot wait for it. And, well, I can't wait for it, but at the same time, I'm very terrified of the coming episodes. But anyhow, that's my thoughts on the PV. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure that like button down below, comment. Let me know what's the PV and what your thoughts on everything, visual-wise and everything like that. Additionally, if you're new to the channel, make sure that subscribe button, skip my content. I do news, reviews, first impressions, top lists. If it's anime, it's pretty much here. Additionally, I do my impressions and skip content of the anime every Sunday, as well as Mushoku Monday every Monday, where I'm going through the novel series currently on volume 19. Additionally, if you like this content and you want to support the channel more, I have a Patreon link, tips, links, so thanks, membership button down below. Greatly appreciate it, it does. Y'all take care.